Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda, where in the last episode we walked around the new outpost that we built, Podromos, and now we're back on the Tempest, orbiting Eos. Let's see if people around here want to talk to us too. We have a few new people here, like Okrung Waller Drac and Isari PB, I think. So let's figure out how everyone's doing.
A secure outpost. Finally.
Prodromos better be worth all that time Ryder put into it.
If they fail, the Nexus starves. No pressure, right?
So everything we do now relies on civilians planting vegetables.
Well, doesn't it always, to some extent? Hi there, by the way.
So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
Yeah. I think I already talked to her about all that. Let's talk about crew morale again.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
Why are you doing that?
Why do you sort them that way?
Just easier for me to see patterns in behavior.
Alright, then let's talk about the human part first.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
Alright, let's talk about Liam.
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's "we can't lose" attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
Suvi okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head-on.
How's Cora doing?
She's processing. Your father was her mentor. She expected to follow in his footsteps, but he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'd like to check in on the non-human crew.
Ask away.
Is PB alright?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
Okay.
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Sure, if you say so.
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Uh-huh. Tell me more.
Thanks for the insight. How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer on Omega. Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands. They put every credit they earned into my education.
Are they here in Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis. We met at a medical convention on the Citadel. He was moderating a panel on neurosurgery in low-gravity environments. His name card was crooked, but he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
So how did an Asari doctor end up on the human Ark?
Specialist in alien anatomy, remember? That includes humans. Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
Plus, yeah.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Since we're here, we can actually start some strike team missions, right? See how they went. Yay, the Yankees gained a level and were successful. Good for you guys. Good for you guys. Uniform also was successful and gained a level. Good. 2 hours, 2 hours, 5 hours. Ooh. Well, do we have any bronze missions? Because I'm not entirely confident in the Yankees yet, but I guess they need to go on a silver mission instead. I can disrupt alien communications, I guess. Uniform is level 6 already. Holy freaking frick. They're both really bad at this one. Both extreme. Whoops, I didn't actually want to start that. 5% chance of success. What the shit? We need to upgrade them or something? Currently on a mission. Can we equip them? All weather gear. Costume level 5. Oh, I guess I need to equip them with stuff so that they can perform better. Sorry about that. I was just wondering why the chances just suddenly just fell through the roof. We need 80 mission points to recruit another team.
Ready for deployment.
All right. No, actually, let's check the other rooms first.
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
I actually like that idea.
It'd be good to bring something beautiful across galaxies.
Everyone in the initiative has their something beautiful. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
Maybe it was for the best.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into Huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
What did you find appealing especially?
What part of that vision made you want to take the plunge?
A civilization where everyone had a place, even AI, or an overpowered human biotic. Your father said, I get being different. Now imagine being welcome and making others like you welcome too. When I was 13, I could warp a steel girder. He made me wonder, what if someone had told me that's okay?
Well, he was certainly inspirational at times.
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong, especially somewhere like the Initiative? So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted, my rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
Yeah, I agree, this is really not fair to you.
I get that. We've all had a lot of disappointments lately.
You're doing well. For having no training, being your second isn't so bad. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too.
There's hoping. Something more you want to talk about?
Back again?
Yeah. You know anything about the Asari arc?
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
The Lucinia? Checking every comm that's coming in. Nothing concrete yet.
What did you do while you were part of the Asari military?
4 years in a commando unit called Talane's Daughters. Part of the Council's cross-species military integration initiative. Your time defending Silva's expedition was probably more important. But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in Asari space.
What was your commando unit like?
Janae and I were the youngsters. Tethys was our old lady sniper. Kalia patched us up, and Valenza prayed between firefights. Our CO, Nasira, led us all over the Athena Nebula and beyond. A huntress's work is never done.
Strange, I always imagined Asari space being more peaceful, so you're saying it isn't?
Who'd pick a fight with the most powerful species in the galaxy?
Themselves, usually. Terrorists, cults, rogue Ardat Yakshi, people demanding a withdrawal from the Citadel. The Asari were spacefaring when our Roman Empire was new. Didn't fix all their problems. Sometimes you need commandos for that.
You were in the Alliance before you became a huntress, right? What made you join up?
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested. Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents, but we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came to Andromeda.
The Prothean digs woke us up to how much we don't know, and to what humanity's next leap might be. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
I wanted to find worlds and secrets no one had ever seen, and Scott was itching for adventure. So, Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
After 4 years with Asari Commandos, he must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
What?
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow. Did you come out here with anyone? Maybe someone you served with?
I had my fun on shore leave. Nothing serious, though. Asari huntresses figure things out, but I was there for soldiering, not romance.
Alright, I was just curious.
I was just wondering.
Careful. One day I might be this nosy about your personal life.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
I hope so. Someone needs to take care of those plans. So there's the bridge. Let's actually check the other rooms first before going there.
And don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble.
Quit worrying, Roshan. It'll be fine.
Right. Have you settled in yet?
Yeah, got all my stuff here.
And your repair kit, spare parts?
I carry that emergency kit you put together all the time.
Good. Good. I'll check in with you later.
Oh, he and Kesh are on good terms? Oh, I had no idea. Oh, it's quite a lot of males. My freaking god. Anyway. Interviews, we already had that. Yoga poses from Lexi, Ryder. Given the amount of high impact cardio and exercise routine, I recommend spending 5 to 10 minutes a day stretching to open your hips and relieve tightness in the lower back. Poses I've listed below should do nicely, not to sound elitist, but while it's true humans invented yoga, the Asari perfected it. Ruins bow, step, and no, I'm not interested in yoga. Please let me know if you need diagrams of vids, Lexi. That vids. In case you're interested, from Lexi again. Crowing thesis you mentioned. I know, only 500 pages, but I wasn't allowed to go over. To get through it, I wrote a longer dissertation for the Citadel Journal of Medicine, around 1,400 pages. There's much more insightful into its mating diagrams. Yay! About your dad, from Drac. Vito told me what happened to your dad. I've lost a lot of people over the years. Figured you could do some cheering up, or at least a distraction. That usually helps me. Drac attached 37 images of various rifles and shotguns. 2 are duplicate images, many are low-res or watermarked. Drac. Yeah, thanks. You're the boss from Vitra. Pathfinder, I thought I ought to clarify. I know I said something about back channels doing what I have to do. Being on the Nexus during the bad times, a lot of us got used to a lot of ugly things, because survival just isn't that pretty. But in the end, I'm here to help you, so if there's anything you don't like, I won't do it. Simple as that. From Liam, hey Pathfinder, just hitting this point again. Our team, no place I'd rather be. Here's where we get to fix things. As soon as we have people on the ground, I'll have eyes on how to get them what they need. This sort of just make it happen is why I joined Hustle, and exactly why I came here. We'll do it. Costa. Liam has included a list of media themed to frontiers, which also include Western, space opera, and oddly Turin historical dramas. Tempest hacks. Ryder, I'm pleased to report the Tempest is operating at peak efficiency, so now that you're in command. I thought I'd share a few secret shipboard hacks that the designers and I sneaked into the code. Just send the code JCSB through your Omni tool to open the debug command menu. Default discipline lets you use the coffee dispenser in a galley an unlimited number of times. Oh, useful. Water temp override overrides the normal hot water ration in the showers. Jump wash queue puts your clothing ahead of everyone else's in the auto laundry cycle. Enjoy, don't share them around. That vault from Korra. I can still smell that remnant vault in my armor. A lot of weird shit going on there. Like my Huntress manners would say, the razor's edge between known and unknown teaches you what can be cut away. Now I think back, it reminds me a little bit of some of the temples on Thessia. Same huge spaces and running water. Same sense of a huge purpose you can't really understand. Makes me wonder if, well, we'll ever know what the builders did there. Korra? Reminder from Korra. Thanks for the talking. Things feel better, though they don't feel fixed yet. Remember to take time for yourself too. Work's important, but so's time to grieve. Grief and fear cannot rule you. Let them be your faithful servants, protected of their mistress. Lost serves as a huntress, like fuel serves fire. Asteris, 12 Leaves, verse 132, Korra. Yes, plants are coming along. Sam and I are learning about botany together. Interesting times. Brothers McCoy from Nigel McCoy, your Pathfinder Ryder. My brother Dash was my best friend. It so pains me that he's gone. We won't build the future here in Andromeda together, but knowing that our family pendants are united does my heart good. My wife and I settle here and start a family. Our firstborn will carry my brother's name. Hopefully he or she will become my new best friend. My sincerest hopes accompany you and your team, Nigel. Asking for assistance from Dr. Ariana. Hello Ryder, forgive the intrusion. I have an issue that you and Sam should be able to readily solve. May assist my investigation into the Scourge. We can discuss it in person at the Nexus Labs. My regards to you and Sam. Dr. Ariana, okay. Knowledge. Awful thanks from Dr. Ariana. Families of my lost expedition asked me to convey their appreciation to you for finding your loved ones. It's always difficult when we lose people, but knowing what happened will help them begin the mourning process. I hope your next incursion has a happier ending. Alright. Or something. Alright. Actually, well, that's just a wardrobe, not the armor. Auto tint, custom tints, or I'll probably do that off screen. Try to figure out if I find a tint that I like. So, Drac. I heard Drac from in here.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Roshan.
Who were you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus Superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
Well, I certainly like having no trouble.
I like the no trouble plan. How about we stick with that?
Kesh said not too much trouble, kid. Not no trouble. The cat makes sure some trouble's always coming for you.
That's not reassuring.
Life out here ain't reassuring. You'll get used to it.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Yeah, but if you need more supplies, then we'll be happy to provide it when we're on Nexus next time.
Your people had to know what it'd be like when you left the Nexus.
We did, but there weren't a lot of options. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
So what about Kesh?
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Roshan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
Well, I certainly understand why you left. It feels like it was a really tough call, and I understand that you felt betrayed by the administrators, so I can understand you went.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Can't argue with that.
Alright, so you settled down in the kitchen. Where do you sleep? Do you just sleep on the couch, or do you also go to the general bunk? I don't know, I'm not sure I want to know either, so let's maybe talk more later. Bathroom. So we're going on the info board. Dinner tonight? No, we already had that, I think. Jack and PB are officially on the team. I finished the assignment paperwork for the Nexus. Had to fudge a few details, but you're both officially members of the Pathfinder team. Welcome. And Jack, I just wanted to check in publicly about what I said, Cora. Comments. Relax, Harper. The best headbutt is always the one you don't see coming. Jack. I'll keep that in mind. Austin found coffee mug. Found a mug yesterday near the biolab. Nice one with a magnetized base. He left it stuck sideways in the bulkhead. Cora. Oh, comments. That's mine. I just put it down for a second. My hands were full. So next time maybe empty it first. Alright. So I'm guessing Lexi's not here because she's currently on the research terminal. We've got this. You don't need an old man. Okay, we already had that. Still lying around though. Oh, we did bring a nomad with us.
That vault feels like early brain surgery. Just poking and hoping.
As long as it helps us to live here, I don't care how the vault's doing it.
Magnificently. That's how.
I prefer tech with more exposed bolts. If you can't open it, you don't own it.
Prodromos. Sounds good, doesn't it? We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
Let's not go there. My skill as Pathfinder. That's a weird conversation topic.
Just wondering what you think of how I'm doing at the job.
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder. It's as simple as it gets.
You barely covered how you joined. Tell me something about yourself.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. Had a good life, but it'd all been done. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
You were a cop, then crisis response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew it didn't fit before I did. But it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
You found your place. Not everyone gets that.
I knew it. Glad for it every day. And that led me here.
Tell me about your family.
I miss the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? That's the thing everyone does. Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin. Both lawyers. Met on the Citadel, settled on Earth. No brothers or sisters. That might have been too much to leave. It was traditional. How about you?
Define traditional.
Traditional is a weird term for family. Like normal. Who's that describe?
I suppose you're right. I sure didn't keep to tradition. I said goodbye to my mum and dad and got on a ship to Andromeda.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
You do? I'm not so sure. Petra, how do you like that?
Terraforming, Atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
Yeah, that's why it's such a big adventure.
If we knew what it was all about, it wouldn't be an adventure. It would just be moving, and everyone hates moving. Just the packing alone, bleh.
Point taken. I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
Well, the plan is to find a home for a lot of people.
The plan's the same. We find a home. Whatever that takes.
Keep that drive. Makes me believe we can make it. I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the Initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't, and that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
How did you hear of the Andromeda Initiative?
Short answer, Kesh. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually I figured out something was going on, something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the Initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked Initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
This almost sounds too easy.
It can't be that simple.
Oh, but it is. Most things are simple once you know the trick to them.
Alright, I gotta go.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
So, nothing going on here. Alright. Couch is still there, that's good. Let's check engineering. There's no one here. Alright. That's one way of dealing with engineering, I guess. Where is he? I heard him talk when we were down there, but I don't see him anywhere. Well.
Strike team ready for deployment.
Where's my data pad? Oh, how'd you get under there?
Suvi, were you talking to your notebook?
Oh, I wasn't I? I do that sometimes.
As do I. Sadly enough. So, there's nothing going on here. I think PB is in the escape pods, which should be here, right?
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
So you don't want to stick around?
Should I consider you a temporary addition?
Everything's temporary, Ryder. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
So boredom drove you here?
You left everything and everyone you knew because you were bored?
No, I came with someone I knew. Then she got bored with me. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
Alright, I guess that's all I really need to know.
Well, congratulate yourself. No one has ever so successfully dodged my attempts to get to know them.
Yes! I'm #1! Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Then again, I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned, which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
She's something else. I think she's just hiding something behind it, like Lexi already alluded to, but she has issues, let's call it that.
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
No, tell me more about your project.
You really won't tell me what you're working on?
That's right. Next question.
You know anything more about the Remnant?
What drew you to the Remnant?
Are you kidding? It's evidence of a sophisticated species no one knows anything about. It doesn't get more intriguing than that. There's so much to discover. I want to be the first to figure them out. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
So, how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch. I get a good feeling from Vetra. Not your typical military-minded Turian. Liam seems a lively one. I expect he'll surprise me. Drek is, well, old. Wonder if he can still learn new tricks.
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Might take some unraveling. Callow and Suvi seem busy. I hope they aren't all work, work, work. Who's left?
Well, there's...
Oh, right, Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
Yeah, she's pretty professional.
She's exactly what she should be. Capable, reliable. She's a valuable part of my team.
Sure. That comes across too.
There's also Lexi, our doctor. She's an Asari.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resourceful accomplice finagled my early thaw. So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
Alright, I'll leave you to it.
You're off the hook, PB. Good luck with your project.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, I feel very inviting when you're when we're talking. Just very inviting. We had that. Wait, I should probably archive them so that I'll do that archiving off screen along with the customization for the outfit. Anyway, we're still in orbit here, I'm afraid. Entire episode just talking with the crew. Well, I think it's important to get to know them and see what's up and what their plans are and we'll proceed from here. But next time we'll probably be done with that and then we'll go out there or go back to Nexus. But we'll see that next time. Have a good one.